You want to know what guys really think and talk about behind closed doors? Look no further. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcasts. You'll most likely be offended, but you'll probably laugh too. So, enjoy. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcasts. This is the Helpline. It is me, Kevin, and I'm here with Mr. Kirk. What's up, Kirk?
Yeah, I'm here to help however I can. Just give me a call sometime. My number is 1866 Kevin 1.
That's not a real number, and that will definitely not help. So,
It might be someone's number.
maybe. Anyways, I want to do a couple of quick helplines. There's some people out here, they need some help, and I think me and you are the best they have, technically, honestly.
Maybe their last chance to fix these problems.
Well, here's the thing. Like I go on these forums, right, where people need help, and, you know, there's a lot of trolls. But we're not trolls, right, Kirk? We're legit helpers, right?
Yes.
Like, I legitimately want to help these people.
I'm like Santa's little helper, but for your brain.
Sure, but I genuinely hope that maybe through the way the universe works, what we say will reach these people, and these people will get legitimate help, and hopefully their lives are better for it. But isn't that something you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm actually getting real therapy tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna go to a therapist. Yeah. And I'm gonna ask her stuff that I wouldn't tell most people.
No, fuck that. Just tell us your problems, and we'll do a pod on that. And that's, I think, the best way to deal with it.
Well,
it's free.
The thing I decided was that I wanted someone who was trained in how to help you. That's why I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. And as well is that, I have people who are concerned about me, but talking to people who are concerned about you or are never really always the best people to ask to unload your problems on and try to find a solution because, I don't know. It's just there's too much wrapped in it. It's good to have someone who's professional, I think, who's objectively looking at it, not from any other point of view than just trying to help you.
Right.
But I think what I'm going to do going forward is take that advice I get and then spread it among our listeners as well.
There you go. That's the way of doing it. So anyways, I want to jump into some help. I went on a forum called enotalone.com. It's
Is that like the sister site to eHarmony?
Yeah, I guess it's once you that fails, you go to this site.
Yeah, every relationship that ends in eHarmony is on eNotAlone.
Yeah. So anyways, I want to jump into the first problem. It's a legit one. It is from a user named I Wish I Knew. That was his that's his username. Mm-hmm. So the question is, just curious if you can wear 2 condoms at the same time.
Fact, you can.
Okay.
Fact number 2, you probably shouldn't.
Why shouldn't you?
It's pretty unnecessary. Well, and also, they're all lubricated on the end, so then the chances of one hanging on to another one that's got lube on the end of it,
right?
You're just gonna lose a condom inside a girl, most likely.
Okay.
That's at least what I was told. I remember this in health class, in grade 8, because that was a question someone had. It'd be more safe to wear 2 condoms, and the person was like, absolutely not, because in a lot of cases, the other condom comes off, and it comes off in the person you're having sex with.
Right.
So it's overdoing it. It's winter weather. Yeah. They say it's good to layer.
Yeah.
It's never good to layer in any time with condoms.
Right.
I mean, it may make your dick a little bit bigger, right? But not by much. They're pretty thin.
Okay, so let me. I'm going to hit you with some scenarios where maybe it's good to double up. What if you're doubling up on? You're going on into both holes, and you're like, well, just in case, one slips out. Is it good to double up then? Is there any case where you think it's good to double up?
I don't think so. But from as far as I know, it's not good at all.
What if you're in a third world country and you find the nastiest piece of tail you can,
And then there's sometimes you just might have to hold back your urges to have sex.
Nope. Let's just say you're a sex fiend and you need to get off. And
You're like a sex tourist.
Yes, you're one of those sex tourists.
And you just want to go have sex with everybody around the world.
Yeah, and you don't care what the state or condition of this tail is. And
well, at that point, you probably don't even care about STDs. You're just ready to go around. That's like how the first guy was spreading AIDS, right? He just had sex with everybody. Like he just fucked a bunch.
Who was the first guy that had AIDS?
There was some guy. I think he had some sort of connection to like. I think he worked on. Like an airplane or something. I remember reading something about this where he was like, what's like a stewardess but for a man, like a steward or whatever. I don't know. But like this guy was on a lot of international airplanes and he was having sex with everybody. That's why they can attribute to like, or these outbreaks. Because it was like he was bisexual. So he was having sex with women and men. So, I mean, that's why they kind of at first attributed it to being a gay issue, because it was like the gay community at that point didn't have a reason to worry about like STDs like that.
Right.
But then it was like particularly for anal sex, it's just like the worst thing because you just have to like your, I don't know if you know this, but your butthole, but it's pretty sensitive. So it's like not that hard to like have blood on blood contact or like that into your rectum. Right. So in fact, this guy was going around the world spreading it with either men or women with no concern of it. But also, like, how would he even know? Like, he wouldn't have known what was wrong with it. Like, he was probably just like, I like sex. I feel kind of like, I don't know. He wouldn't have been classified probably for another few years what exactly it was. Right. So,
I'm surprised you actually know the history of AIDS that way.
Well, when you get some sort of problem like that, you gotta look into the. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think I watched or listened to some podcast about it, like, and so a lot of those informations, I think they are, they might slightly be off because I could have been following.
I thought it was for me, I thought it was a monkey. A guy banged a monkey, and the monkey gave him this new disease, and then he went on to bang people, and hence.
That's the speculation. I don't know how exactly that happened, but that's their best guess because that strain of virus was existed in monkeys.
Do you think it's good to?
So somehow the guy who I'm talking about, like, who was the first, like, what's the word in like when someone gets there's like
the initial AIDS?
No, like when it's like in a breakout, he's like the carrier
the source.
Yeah, he's like because he's the human source of it. So he was the worst part of it, but because it could have just ended with one person, really.
Right.
If you think about it.
So, okay, do you think if you have AIDS, it's good to have 2 condoms on?
I think you still don't understand what I was saying.
Okay. So
I think it's like you don't.
You're saying no to the 2 condoms.
Well, yeah. Because it's just like the best case you could go would be you get 1 condom on the bottom that's not lubricated. But like the chances, even like you've seen, like it's like rubber, man. Like it's gonna come off. It's like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't. No idea. No.
Oh man, I don't want to explain this to
you. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you know what? In general, don't use the 2 condoms, but
just use. Do
you think you should use at least 1?
Use one. Use one good condom. Go get like a brand name.
You can't cheap out.
Don't get a dollar store condom.
No.
Get like a nice one from Shoppers Drug Mart.
What's your favorite one? What's your suggestion?
I like the Sensations.
Okay.
Who makes that? Durex or something? Or someone there. Come on in.
All right. What's up?
Oh, it's old Merled.
Yeah.
It's like. You know how there's like Harold for Harry? Murray's Merled.
Yeah. We were doing a helpline. You want to jump in?
What are you guys doing?
So Kevin thinks it might be a good thing in certain circumstances to double up on condoms, and I was just telling him why that's a bad idea.
No. There was a question posed from a guy. He was basically saying how what do you call it? He's basically saying how should you use 2 condoms at the same time in any situation? And I'm just trying to.
Did you already?
I think I thought I explained it at the beginning.
He's a strict up no. There's no situation, and I'm just coming up like maybe if you have AIDS, maybe if you're going into like 2 ends or whatever. But Kirk's a straight up no. Do you think there's any reason to ever wear 2 condoms?
No, I don't know. Maybe if you don't trust the person that you're sleeping with, like if it was a girl and she wasn't on birth control and you thought maybe she was poking holes in it.
Yeah.
So like you brought your own.
Yeah.
So like then you like for a trust issue, maybe you're like putting it on in front of her, but then like when it goes dark, you like put yours on over it.
Right.
Well, I always thought like, why don't they make little condoms?
Is that not a messed up?
No,
They should
that's
make little shower cap.
Call it just the tip.
Just the tip shower cap, so then you don't even tell the girl you're wearing that, and then in your case, our case, there, you're worried about the holes, and you put that little guy over, and you're like,
there's some science behind it. I'm not sure though.
well, the problem I was telling with the lubrication, and when you're going in and out, the outside one is not gonna be stuck down. It's gonna like roll off.
Okay,
and that's when they say like condoms will get stuck in women because people thought it was a good idea to use two.
In that situation, the trust isn't there. So at this point,
where do you stop? Why not 3?
3 condoms?
Yeah, Kirk.
Yeah, they should. The outer one's like a Magnum for some reason. It's going.
Yeah. No. What you want to do is probably do the Magnum, and then you get a really small one to tighten it all down. And there you go. Your issue of lube is now.
I remember when I was little, or not little, but like youngish.
Yeah.
Pretty young enough.
Yeah.
That like me and you don't know a whole lot. And I remember I was sleeping over at a buddy's place, and like a couple of girls that we knew, like that lived close, they stopped by, and like his house was cool. It had like a sunroom or solarium out on the back deck, so like we slept out there. And so they came, and like we had beers and stuff, so we were drinking. Probably too young to be drinking, but these girls were there, and then one of them wanted to get down with my buddy. And then my buddy's like, oh, yeah. And like, he didn't know what to do. And then he asked me, he's like, well, I don't have any condoms. And I'm like, well, I don't have any.
Yeah.
And he's like, can I use a plastic bag?
An elastic band on the bottom?
I don't know. Like, just hold it.
It's called the hobo condom.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But yeah.
He didn't do that. I'm just...
You know what I was mad about was that, like, I bought condoms for something. I think it was my friend's wedding, because his best man, not his best man, one of the groomsmen who I met on, like, the bachelor party.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this one girl, she's going to, like, really want to fuck you. Because, like, and I actually was, like, kind of looking forward to it. I was like, well, this wedding, there's a good chance I'll hook up with somebody. Mm-hmm. So I got, like, the ones that were, like, the hot ones. They were, like, they got warmer.
Yeah.
And I never got to use them. I never used them again. I didn't have come across the point where I used them, so I was like looking forward to that. I bought like expensive condoms.
Right.
Well, that's neocitrin.
Right.
Not hot pee.
Anyways, I guess there's no real reason to double up, but you know what? Maybe just for fun. Maybe
but I mean, like if I hadn't,
some people get into it, man.
I mean, like yeah. I mean, you can find really great condoms. You can use one at a time. Like they're just so awesome nowadays.
Right. All right.
Just change it up. That's my advice to people. Put one on, do your business, and then see how it goes. Check. It's like I don't know, man. Like checking the air in your tires or something. You know what I mean? Make sure that they're still good. Make sure your rubber's still up to the task. If not, swap it out. Hit pause. Maybe you need the pause anyways.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
Swap into a new one.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
She'll thank you for it.
All right, so that's the condom problem. So Murray, we're gonna jump into the next one. You ready, Kirk?
I'm ready. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
You're just thinking about that condom you never got to use, eh?
No, I'm just thinking of like the way you kept coming at me with like maybe in this circumstance.
Well, that's the thing. I want to cover all bases, right? Because this guy's gonna look. This guy posed the question.
Home run of a base.
This guy is posing the question. He's probably going through all the possible reasons why he should, while everyone in the world is telling him no. That's where we come in. That's where the helpline works. We cover all our bases.
So we come in, so he doesn't come in.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Right?
Yes. Okay, this is another quick problem. This one's on a website called tinybuddha.com.
Yo, hit us with that problem, Kevin.
All right. So the problem is this lady, she's her I love shopping. That's her username.
Well, I can see where this is going.
It's a quick question, and the question is simple as, what do I do if I want guys to message me on Facebook? Now I don't know what she ultimately wants to do with these guys.
I can tell you right now.
Yes.
Bikini picture.
I was going to
Profile
say the
picture.
same thing.
Because I have this friend who is she's in like a competition for the stand up thing, like the XM
Right.
thing, and she's not straight. She's a lesbian, but like she has this picture of her. It's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Of her like in a bikini thing, like and her butt's kind of like wedged up her butt.
Yeah.
And she said like these guys were like messaging her all of a sudden because like her other thing was posted on their website, the XM thing, and so she's just going along with like because she wants votes. She's like, "Oh, you like that?" And she's like, "Maybe more if you vote for me." And it's just like,
well, sex sells, right?
no, it's just funny because like, even her, it's like I don't know. It's really funny to me because I know what I know her. So, but like, I think so I'm just saying that works. You can get this random strange man will contact you if you want to. If you have some sort of salacious picture. So
well here, okay. So I think that generally will work if you're a fairly attractive girl.
So you're saying shopping girl is not?
No. Here's my thing. Now, again, I want to solve everybody's problem. Now, let's just say she's an attractive girl. The simple answer is yes. Post a hot picture. You're going to get comments. You're going to get messaged on Facebook. But let's just say she's not.
What if she changes her profession to like anal?
As a profession?
She just likes to do anal. That's like her job. And guys are like, well, she's not very attractive, but she is a professional
Would you
anal.
would you message that girl?
Probably not. I'd ask her if she wore 2 condoms. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, anyways. So my question is, if she is...
She just needs to post a picture. Her in, what was that? You said a bikini.
Yeah, something sexy.
With a box of condoms.
Yeah.
Or like something sexy, right?
But that is under the assumption she's an attractive lady. If she's not, what are some of your tips to get messaging?
She's got to be like, flirtatious with her posts.
Yeah. Okay. Like, what do you mean? Like
updates, things like that, right?
Okay.
Kevin wasn't much help. We were just joined by our intern Khalid.
Oh, intern Khalid has joined us.
You're supposed to be here before the show starts, Khalid. That you're going to be our intern,
That's why he's an intern. So she's not an attractive lady. You think simple post will get her messaged?
Yeah.
What as a guy, what message would
I don't know. If she was like chilling, and she was like, bored on a Saturday, who wants to come over and entertain me? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Would that work on you?
Not me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, but if it popped up, if I was single or whatever, maybe I'd be like, what kind of entertainment is she thinking of?
Oh, so
yeah, she can like kind of
Like,
use the comment section to kind of call out some dudes, right?
Right.
Like get them out, getting out and about.
So I know a couple
get
girls
them
like
interested.
that.
Yeah.
So post.
Well, I've seen like I know of a female comic like that, but she's like I don't think she does it. She almost does it to like get like interest in her shows, but it's always something kind of sexual. She says.
Oh, I know a real girl.
Yeah, I know, but I think I'm going to the point where I'm just saying, but I can totally see the power when she does. I was like, this gets like a bunch of dudes.
This girl, she'll be like the most. She's got problems, but she lives in Oshawa. But she'll be like, blah blah blah, FML. I'm stranded in Barrie. Who can pick me up? And like boom, like dudes are just like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm
is she
local.
hot though? Is she attractive though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's an auto. Listen, man, I see one of those. That's an automatic. Yeah, you gotta contact that. My question is, no. The thing is, if you're not attractive as much, whatever. I personally think you got to do something a little bit more interesting. I think you gotta.
What would you do if you were this woman?
So if I was not an attractive woman, but I wanted guys to message me, I'd I don't know. I'd be like, hey guys, check out my campsite, or check out something of mine that's really interesting. Anyways, I think when it comes to attractive girls, you guys know what to do. You post your pictures, and you're gonna get messaged.
Well, I think even unattractive women can still do the sex thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, what else gets guys interested in talking to people?
Interesting stuff.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just saying.
No.
She's saying in the way she's saying, I want guys to talk to me. It's not just people. They're different.
So yeah, she wants guys.
She wants the male attention.
So
what? So I think that's all we're saying.
I think that yes, I agree with you, but if she's looking for somebody to if she's looking for somebody like her, whatever, or if she's like a Kevin, where her standards are going to be too high, then you know what I mean. Maybe she's having tough luck.
What if she has like a nice Mustang, but it's in red? And then Kevin's like, "Oh,
I thought you were going to say mustache.
Mustang, like my mustache,
Like a nice mustache,
red mustache."
Yeah, no.
I don't know. This was going to be a topic starter. Hey, lady, nice mustache.
Yeah.
That could be her username.
Anyways, in general, just post. Guys respond to fucking hot shit, so just post pictures.
What if it's just her in front of like a Mustang that's a different color than your Mustang? And you're like, you would feel like you'd be the guy. Maybe you'd be like, hey, I have that same Mustang, and she's like in a group. It's all about like
if she called me out, like,
and then
hey,
she'd, like,
I got a red Mustang.
you find out she shoots guns and like
There's groups.
Yeah, if she called me out, and she's like, hey, I got a red Mustang. Where are my other Mustang people at? And then I'd be like, oh, hey,
and
what's
she's like,
up?
hey, she's like, do you ever fuck in the back of your Mustang? When we fuck in the back of my Mustang?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't know.
Where is this going?
Nowhere. Murray, you know people with problems. Well, you know anybody who needs some help?
Well, this is a question. And
Okay.
It was posted. So this person,
Yeah.
they think they're maybe a sex addict,
Oh, we know a couple of those.
and then so they just say their general thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like I think about it and I want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to miss social engagements.
Yeah.
I'll stay up too late watching internet
Yeah.
videos where I'm tired. It's things like that.
Is it a male or female?
I assume it's a guy.
Okay. I mean, girls can be sex addicts too, you know?
Yes, they can.
I know some.
You're happy about that, eh?
Oh, thank God. But so
There's also like
I know there's legit sex addiction.
First of all, the question is it a real thing?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
well, people have like sometimes there's two things with it. There's like the sex, but also there's an intimacy addiction. Or some people like have sex just for the intimate reasons, but like some people just have sex to get off. So there's like that's why like there's the if you go to like therapy for it, like to like the AA for that, it's called like sex and intimacy kind of thing, whatever. So I think because maybe it's just different people have different reasons why they like have to be. Like, sometimes it's be with somebody, or it's not just for I don't know. It's interesting though. I think it's probably something that like you think it's like a modern thing, or is it always been you think a thing people just never really want to talk about?
Well, no, I think here's the thing. I think everybody likes sex. Sex is good and all that, but like we live in an age where now it's
like every time you have sex, the reason is to like make a person.
Never. No,
that's what your brain is telling. Every time,
me personally,
every time since you were 12 years old that you got a boner, it was your unconsciousness saying, "I want to put a baby in a." That's what reason sex exists. So it's like
We're animals, yes.
So some people I think have a higher heightened extent of that. So some people like, it's like maybe much worse. You might be get brought on by certain things over time, but I mean, it's just like I don't know, like your pituitary gland. It's like having an overactive gland or something. It's the same with sex, probably, where you're just like some people have more of it, have more of a sex drive than other people. So, like, remember Tiger Woods?
well, he had access.
So you're saying you believe that it's like a real problem?
I think there's different ways you can look at it. Like, it always seems like it's rich dudes are the ones who have sex addictions, but I think that's what it seems like.
So I'll give you the definition. Sex addiction features recurrent and intense fantasies, urges, and behavior over a period of at least 6 months.
Okay.
Sustained behavior.
Yeah. Here. I think there's a correlation between sex addiction and then porn addiction.
It's the same thing.
Well, in that case, I'm probably a sex/porn addict. Because if you there's been times where I can go like 7-8 times in the day. I think one time I got to 15, man. I think I can hit those numbers.
That's too much info.
Well, that's the thing, because I want to show that it is a legit thing. So I think porn and sex addiction is real.
I had sex with a girl like 6 times one day. No.
Yeah, I can't use my dick that much. Like maybe 3 times a day.
No, dude, man. When we were,
I got stuff to do.
when I was
Like,
20,
I want to do
no.
stuff.
Listen,
like,
when you're 21, 22, and you got the whole day to yourself, and the fucking
For me, it's
and
like
back then you're
computer.
watching, gig data usage. Yeah, no.
I'm just saying,
I
man.
think for me, I've always thought of it like masturbating as like in the law of diminishing returns, where like it's the first maybe time or twice you do it in a day is all right,
Right.
but each subsequent time is like way less enjoyable because you pretty much maxed yourself of enjoyment out.
It's
Like it's
like
not
punching
getting
in the-
it's not
punching
getting
the
better.
clock.
It's not getting better. It's just slowly getting like
It's like
just like
punching the time card.
yeah. It's like I'm just doing this
Putting in work.
here. I'm just like yep. And you're like
Yeah.
they're like 5, 10, 15.
I can make a
Coming.
sandwich or
yeah. No, well, here's the
I
thing.
could do this again.
I wonder to start.
So here's the thing. I do believe sex
I guess I could
addiction-
come today. I mean, like, I might as well. Like,
I do
already
believe-
made my sandwich and made my drinks.
That's exactly what you've
And
gone through.
I put lettuce on my sandwich with
I do
bacon
believe-
and tomato.
The real trick is, you walk in, you're eating the sandwich, and you're doing it. There you go.
I do believe sex addiction is a real
mix
thing.
mix a couple addictions.
I was thinking of getting, like, a mirror. A mirror on my ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, but not for sex reasons, but just to, like, look at myself in disgust when I eat in my bed now.
Yeah.
So it's going to stop me from eating in bed, is what I'm saying. It's like a...
All right, so basically, you guys are saying it's a real thing.
Do you think it's a real thing, Murray? You kind of have doubts. You think that it's not possible to have too much sex or want too much sex.
I think it's if it's this goes back to to me saying there's people and they're weak, and we're all weak in some aspect, and some people it's food, some people it's sex, some people it's liquor or alcohol, some people it's
Drugs.
drugs or things like gambling, and it's you can form. I don't know what it is. Obviously, people think it's a pleasure center.
I think it has to do with like your
Thing,
the
right?
chemicals in your brain.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's
They're
how
getting
they-
a rush. They're getting
So
pleasure.
So I think anytime
It's-
you're it's like cocaine. Anytime you max out like the dopamine in your brain and something feels great, you get that rush, and then you like some people.
well, obviously,
Some
that's why
people-
people want to do it.
But there's
right?
some difference between like an addict and a non-addict, because the non-addict's gonna be like, oh, that was nice, but then the addict's gonna be like, I'm doing this every day, So like that's why you can differentiate
All day, every day.
That's why you can like when people say now that like I'm like it's like an illness to be a drug addict, because it's almost like a dormant brain chemical that they have. As soon as they get into something that is addictive as that, it hits them way worse, and it's harder for them to get off the wagon.
But it's personality related.
It's inability to stop.
Because
No, I'm saying it's like
somebody
it's-
that's susceptible to an addiction is always susceptible to an addiction, right? Like it's like if somebody's a gambling addict, and then all of a sudden, okay, they're off that, whatever, they can't go to the casino anymore. They don't live in an area where there's no casino. They can't gamble online, whatever. They have to be monitored almost, because something can trigger that. You know what I mean? It could be anything. It could be bike riding. It could be jogging. It could be whatever. But it's their personality is going to manifest into that. Like they're going to become addicted to it. Like they're going to be all in 110%. Like fucking, I'm going for 5 jogs today. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I think it is kind
maybe
of
good for them, healthy. They're going to run a 5K. But
There is the runner's high, so yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Is everything okay? So that's what I wanted to get to.
Well, it is a slippery
Are we at a
slope.
point though? Everything's an addiction. Everything is like too much.
No, no,
And
I
then
just
there's
think
somebody that's
certain-
like, well, that's too much. You
I think
shouldn't be running that much.
I think certain
You're
people
spending
are
too much
more-
time at that gym, the gymnasium,
I think-
doing calisthenics, Kevin.
Just how like psychologists
you
are
know?
explaining it now is there's some people who are more at risk because of like brain chemistry, but then that's really hard to figure out either, because it's like no one quite understands how all that works still, because your brain is so complicated.
But like I like playing video games.
Yes.
A lot of people like to sit back, kick back, play some video games. And in my younger days, I could, all right, I would, but I wouldn't say like I was an addict.
Here's the
But like I avoided, girlfriends, maybe told a couple white lies to say, oh, I have to go do something. But meanwhile, I'm chilling on my couch in my apartment playing Call of Duty. some people laugh at that, be like, well, and you know what? That's cool. I was having a good time playing with some buddies online, stuff like that. But it gets to a point where I know as a human being, I'm like, all right, you know what? I played this enough right now. I think it's time for me to go out, or do something, or put it down, watch some TV, eat some fucking food, so I'm not just one of those
there's some people who will play for 36 hours straight and wear a diaper.
I gotta tell you, man, at that point, do we want to stop them?
Yeah.
Just let nature go. Let nature happen with that person. You know what I mean? Let them figure that out.
Well, I mean, also some of that stuff might
if
be
nobody
like,
comes in to change their diaper, they got to stop to do it. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think maybe we're
hold on. Back to your
a lot of addictions,
sex addict.
right?
What's the issue? Does he want to know what to do, or is he just do they exist? Like, what does he want to know? Let's go back to the
He's
root
just
question.
saying, is he a sex addict?
The best way to define if you're a sex addict or not is, do you have the inability to stop? Like
He's saying that, it's like he's staying up too late.
No,
It's making him tired from
Then yes.
work.
Then that's an addict. Here's the thing: if you're doing something, and it doesn't matter if it's drugs, games, or whatever, and if you're doing it, and it's not hurting anybody, it's not getting in your time, it's not hurting you, whatever, it's not an addiction. But if it's preventing you from getting stuff done, or whatever, or it's taking up time in your life, or it's something.
So you're saying if he could do all these things,
yeah,
but it didn't affect his life at all,
yeah,
just in his downtime, whatever,
yeah,
not an addiction.
Not an addiction.
But the minute it starts infringing on
yes.
his, well, what about functioning alcoholics?
Yeah. What about them?
They still go to work. They get their jobs done. They still maintain
just to buy more
relationships.
alcohol. They're
It's
the
just
smartest of alcoholics.
are functioning alcoholics. Like they
So
are
then
like the minute, let's say their day ends at 5 o'clock, 5:30, they're looking for a drink.
Yeah.
If
like,
not already, if not, they've already had a couple drinks at lunch.
Maybe at work, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe.
Sounds like a challenge.
I don't know.
That's like the new Kevin Homoki 2018 jerk-off challenge.
All right, so but you're saying functioning alcoholics fine.
If it doesn't affect their thing, if
Well,
it's not
he's
hurting
slowly
anybody,
killing himself. But
then it's not fine.
But like functioning alcoholics, that always bleeds into other. It gets worse. That's like you have like a period of time you can be a functioning alcoholic to the point where like you get fired and then or whatever happens, something breaks, right? You can only like hold on to that. People basically hang on by a thread.
most people, or at least for me, my early to mid 20s, I was definitely a functioning alcoholic with a lot of other friends of mine, but. Yeah, but it probably affected relationships and at times, and I probably was drunk going to work, or drunk or hungover and called in sick, or showed up late, or you know what I mean. Like I'm sure that happened.
Yeah.
But I grew out of it.
Dude, at the end of it, everybody has their vices: jerking off, eating food, beer, alcohol, drugs. The question is whether it is going to deteriorate your life or not. And
This guy, he can always seek help, though. There's always
no.
people.
Here's the thing. I mean,
So what's your advice to somebody like that?
learn to cut back. Get busy.
That's what he's trying to do.
No. Here's the thing. What do you call it?
He's like, I started to really like.
No.
Busy.
Here's the
I
thing.
started just woodworking, and I just keep fucking the wood.
No, here's the thing. If you can identify,
It turns into a hole.
if you can identify that it is an addiction, and it's an easy way. It's simple as, can you stop? If someone said, I want you to go cold turkey for a month, if you can't, then yes, it's an addiction. So once you identify it, you got to know how to take it back. And you got to do it just like how people on drugs do, people out, whatever. You either got to go cold turkey or just slowly wean off it.
Intervention?
Well, you get you go to like a
Because
therapist
over
or
the sex
something,
addict think
A
that's
therapist,
like an
but-
orgies happen.
Now listen, dude. So I know there's this guy.
But, because it's like a professional who understands how to like take you down. Because a lot of times cold turkey doesn't work for anything. It's one of the things that's least effective for like smoking or drinking.
Depends on the person.
No, it's like the least effective thing. Trust me, you have to look that up. So like, it's good to like, you got to go to like somewhere. It's like when they go to detox, you got to go somewhere to get clean.
Right.
But like, I mean, now even now there's like, with like, you think of like,
but how many
like drug centers and like, I hear this like where people have like safe inject sites because it's like the people have an addiction. It's like you want to make sure it's like,
well, that's
if
why
you
they
can
don't
like
OD.
Yeah, so like it's like you want to make it like safe for them at every single step. You can't just pull the curtain away. You know?
Okay, I get that for
But
drugs.
there's nobody at these places. Like there are, like if they want to talk, but there's nobody there going, "Hi, would you like to talk about your drug addiction?" No, they're not doing that. They're like, "Okay, yeah," and they just like these people.
They're
go
teaching
in.
you coping mechanisms and stuff like that. Like you're going through like group therapy. You're like learning how, like the things maybe your thought processes they might how to work through them, or like is sex like what you're using, like who knows, right? Like or drugs, is it in place of something else that you're missing in life? Because a lot of times it might be.
What about removing a ball? Will that lessen?
Yeah, I heard chemically castrating someone decreases.
Would that lessen like if he's like really raging with 2 balls?
Yeah.
If you took one out,
I'd hope so.
would that even him out a little bit?
Oh,
It wouldn't be even, but you know what I mean.
I know this one dude who has like a huge ball. Like, apparently, it's not like cancerous, but he's just like his one ball is like the size of
Where's
a
the other
softball.
one?
What is he still has one regular one and one huge ball?
Is it Lance
Why do
Armstrong?
you know this?
I only know this because I knew this dude, and then I met like a friend of his, and we're talking about like, hey, you know this guy? I'm like, yeah, like I'm from the same hometown. You ever see his balls? I'm like, why would have I seen his balls? And he's like, well, he's like, well, he used to show everybody his balls because he had this like one really big ball. I would say like he would like a girl would like come close to me and like he'd pull out his ball, like the big one. It was like because it was just like comically big,
Right.
and so like it was just funny because I already like thought this guy was funny to begin with, and I just thought like I was just picturing him doing this to people like in grade 8 or something.
Anyways, so for this guy, he has an addiction, and he just has to find either do it through therapy or cold turkey, or just realize that you have an addiction and you gotta get help. Either get help, but most guys, generally speaking, and as a guy, you should know this. If you got a jerking off problem, are you really gonna go into a psychiatrist and look, I keep on jerking off too much? Most guys aren't. The truth is they aren't. So
Should a girl?
No, come talk to me. No,
What about like a Facebook group, Jerkers Anonymous, or
isn't
something?
that called incel?
No, that's them not having sex.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, that could be also part of this, right?
Okay. Anyways, but before we get deeper into this whole,
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
yeah, with this guy, basically just work on it. I should
That's
work
what
on
he's
it.
doing. He's working on it.
I just want to say this guy's got to find a happy medium. He can't be a sex addict, but he
I
can't.
thought he was going to say Happy Meal.
He can't have a happy medium between sex addict and incel. In between there, you're
Yeah.
probably fine.
There you go, and I think that's where every guy needs to get in between.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
be an
there you
incel,
go. There you
but
go.
don't be a straight up addict. That's all
right.
Anyways, I think that's helped a lot of guys. They should know, and that's the Helpline, and that's the other guy's podcast, and with surprise appearances from Murray and from
What's good? Yo.
that was Khalid, the intern. That was Khalid.
I know.
That's
I
clean.
walked in on something.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm glad you did.
yeah. Anyways, if you have any problems, go on our Facebook and Twitters and whatever, and just send us your problems because we want to legitimately help you.
Yeah, wrap it tight, fuckers.
Yeah. Okay. Later.
Double bag.
Double. Jesus Christ.